If you're over 60, this might be the most important health warning you'll hear all year. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and something feels off. You can't move your arm properly. Your words come out jumbled. You try to get up, but your balance is gone. And all of this happened while you slept, without any chest pain, without any warning. As a neurologist, I've seen this nightmare happen too many times. And not to people who live recklessly, not to smokers or junk food addicts, but to people who genuinely thought they were doing everything right. People who followed healthy eating habits, who chose salads over burgers, who ate vegetables every single day and yet found themselves in a hospital bed after a silent stroke. How is this possible? It's what I call the hidden danger of good choices. You've been told all your life that vegetables are medicine, that greens will protect your heart and brain. And it's true, but only half the story. What no one explains is how age changes your body's relationship with food. After 60, your blood vessels get stiffer, your kidneys process minerals slower, your medications change how your blood reacts, and suddenly, that evening salad might not be as harmless as you think. In fact, for many seniors, eating certain healthy vegetables at the wrong time, or combined with common supplements like calcium or vitamin D, can quietly set off a chain reaction that increases the risk of stroke while you sleep. No warning, no symptoms, just a simple meal triggering a silent disaster. This shocked me when I first saw it in my patients. I used to believe that healthy food was always safe. I thought people who ate clean would naturally avoid issues like stroke or memory loss. But the evidence is overwhelming. What you eat when you eat it and how it interacts with your aging body plays a massive role in brain health after 60. If you ever wonder why you feel tired after eating light, or why dizziness creeps in despite your clean diet, you need to hear what's coming next. Because the foods in your fridge could either protect your brain, or quietly betray it while you sleep. Let's dive deeper. Clear, vegetables are not the enemy. Spinach, broccoli, romaine, carrots, these are foods we've trusted for decades. They've been promoted in every doctor's office, every nutrition magazine, every family dinner table. But here's where things get dangerously misleading. The same food that keeps you healthy at 40 can quietly sabotage your brain after 60. Here's why. When you're young, your body is incredibly forgiving. You can skip meals, overload on greens, take supplements, and your body just bounces back. But after 60, everything changes. Your arteries are no longer as flexible. Your kidneys filter minerals more slowly. Your medications, like blood thinners, blood pressure pills, and calcium supplements, change how your body reacts to the nutrients you consume. That evening salad doesn't just digest and disappear anymore. It triggers real chemical changes inside your bloodstream. Take spinach, for example, full of iron, fiber, and magnesium. Wonderful, right? Yes, but it also contains oxalates, which combine with calcium and create microscopic crystals in your bloodstream. In younger people, these flush out easily. But for older adults, especially those on calcium supplements or with declining kidney function, these crystals can cause arteries to harden, especially in the brain. That increases the risk of silent strokes while you sleep. Or broccoli, packed with antioxidants and vitamin K. Great for healing. But if you're on a blood thinner like warfarin or aspirin, too much vitamin K can throw off your clotting levels, making your blood either too thin or too thick, without any obvious symptoms. One day, you just collapse from a bleed in your brain. This isn't about scaring you. It's about breaking the myth that healthy eating habits automatically mean safety after 60. You have to be smarter now. You have to eat with intention. The right food, the right combination, and most importantly, at the right time of day. I'll never forget Harold. 76 years old, a retired firefighter, disciplined, strong-willed. Every evening, like clockwork, he prepared his power salad. Spinach, a sprinkle of feta, whole grain toast on the side. He was the poster child for healthy living. Took his vitamin D and calcium supplements religiously, followed every doctor's advice. But one winter morning, Harold didn't wake up the same. His wife found him slumped at the kitchen table, coffee spilled, unable to speak. A silent stroke had stolen his words, his balance, and his independence. Overnight, when I reviewed his labs, the answer was staring back at me. Elevated calcium and oxalate levels harden arteries and block vessels feeding his brain. His healthy evening routine had become his silent downfall. And Harold wasn't alone. Then there was Clara, 82, a retired elementary teacher, who loved her broccoli dinners. Steamed broccoli with lemon was her favorite. She was on blood thinners for atrial fibrillation, like many seniors. Her INR levels, those that control how thick or thin the blood is, began fluctuating dangerously. She didn't feel a thing until the day she collapsed from a brain bleed. It wasn't junk food. It wasn't alcohol. It was her evening vegetable, interacting quietly with her medication, pushing her into a medical crisis. Or Leon, 75, retired factory worker, who swapped heavy dinners for light romaine salads, trying to slim down. He was on blood pressure meds and a diuretic. Every night, a big crunchy salad. And every night, his hydration quietly dipped. Dehydration thickened his blood while he slept. One morning, Leon woke up confused, unable to lift his arm. Another stroke, this time, from too little water and too much clean eating at the wrong time. The common thread? Not bad intentions. Not poor choices. These were good people, making healthy decisions based on old advice that ignored the realities of aging. Their food wasn't a poison. It was the timing, the combination with meds, and the unnoticed aging process that turned nutrition into a silent risk. Their stories are painful, but they reveal something crucial. It's not about cutting out healthy foods. It's about learning how to make healthy work for you after 60. Because if you listen carefully, your body is telling you everything you need to know. Let's break it down. 7 common vegetables, found in almost every fridge across America, praised for their nutrients, but hiding quiet risks, especially if you're over 60, especially if you're on medications. Each one perfectly healthy in the right context, yet perfectly dangerous when combined with aging blood vessels, slower metabolism, and daily prescriptions. First is spinach, the so-called superstar of health. High in magnesium, iron, fiber. Great, until you realize it's packed with oxalates. In young bodies, oxalates are flushed out easily. But after 60, when your kidneys filter slower, when you're taking calcium or vitamin D supplements, oxalates bind to calcium, forming tiny crystals that clog small arteries, especially those feeding the brain. Silent blockages build night after night, until one day it's too late. Next comes broccoli, a staple of heart-friendly diets, full of vitamin K, which is necessary for blood clotting. But if you're on warfarin, Plavix, or aspirin, this vitamin interferes with your medications. Your blood can suddenly become too thin or too thick, leading to either dangerous brain bleeds or microclots. It doesn't happen overnight, but weeks and months of inconsistency with broccoli intake lead to chaotic clotting levels without symptoms until the moment your body crashes. Romaine lettuce seems harmless, light watery, good for digestion. Yet, it acts as a natural diuretic. If you're on blood pressure meds or diuretics, or you tend to drink less water in the evening to avoid bathroom trips, romaine quietly worsens dehydration overnight. Less hydration means thicker blood, which slows circulation and increases the chance of stroke during sleep. It's shocking how many seniors I've treated who thought a light salad was a safe choice but woke up disoriented after their brain had been starved of proper blood flow for hours. Then there's carrots, especially raw carrots. Crunchy, sweet, high in beta-carotene. But their fast-digesting sugars cause blood sugar spikes, especially when eaten without protein or fats, especially at night. This quick spike leads to a crash during sleep, triggering the release of cortisol and adrenaline, causing blood vessels to constrict unpredictably, spiking nighttime blood pressure, or triggering clot formation. Seniors with insulin resistance or borderline diabetes suffer the worst, often without realizing a simple carrot snack was disrupting their vascular stability. Garlic, often celebrated as a natural remedy, works as a potent blood thinner. That's good until it's too good. When combined with common anticoagulants or even low-dose aspirin, garlic can overthin the blood, increasing the risk of brain bleeds, especially in those with already fragile vessels. Many of my patients believed garlic supplements were harmless because they were natural, but ended up in the ER with severe headaches or worse because their blood became too unstable. Onions are another hidden culprit. They lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, but they're also high in quercetin, a compound that dilates blood vessels. When mixed with heart medications or blood pressure drugs, onions can cause unexpected drops in blood pressure overnight. Seniors wake up dizzy, confused, sometimes even collapse when standing up too quickly. I've seen small ischemic strokes develop from this exact scenario, where low nighttime blood pressure led to temporary oxygen deprivation in the brain. And finally, corn, America's favorite side dish. Corn masquerades as a vegetable but behaves like a starch, causing rapid blood sugar elevation. Seniors already dealing with vascular stiffness and slower insulin response are particularly vulnerable. Evening corn-based meals can cause sugar highs followed by morning crashes, creating blood viscosity shifts that quietly encourage clot formation, especially problematic for anyone with prediabetes or inconsistent glucose levels. All 7 vegetables aren't inherently bad. They can still be part of a healthy diet. The problem is timing, frequency, and what else they interact with inside your body. Decades ago, your system could adjust and flush out excess minerals or adapt to blood pressure swings. Now every choice is magnified. Your aging vessels, your slower metabolism, your medications. These factors turn once healthy meals into unpredictable risks. But there's a solution. It starts with timing, shifting high-risk foods to breakfast or lunch when your body is more active, pairing vegetables with lean proteins or healthy fats to blunt sugar spikes, monitoring hydration, especially in the evening, to prevent blood from thickening, avoiding the stacking of natural diuretics or blood thinners on top of prescriptions without medical guidance. I've helped many patients not by banning foods, but by showing them how to eat smarter, how to listen to their bodies, and how to respect the changes that come with age. Your body after 60 isn't falling apart. It's simply responding differently, adapting in ways that require more awareness. The good news is, with just a few simple adjustments, you can reclaim your energy, protect your brain, strengthen your muscles, and maintain your independence while still enjoying the foods you've always loved. One of the most powerful changes is as simple as adjusting meal timing. What many seniors don't realize is that when you eat is just as important as what you eat. Take high oxalate vegetables like spinach. When eaten in the evening, they can thicken your blood and contribute to arterial stiffness. But when eaten earlier in the day, especially combined with hydration and light movement, they fuel your body without silently clogging your arteries. Switching your salads to lunch instead of dinner reduces the risk of overnight blood stagnation and keeps your circulation clean and active during the day. Equally important is combining the right foods together. Raw carrots, romaine, or corn, when eaten alone at night, can cause dangerous blood sugar spikes and crashes that disrupt your sleep and stress your blood vessels. But when paired with lean proteins like grilled chicken or a boiled egg, or with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, those spikes are smoothed out. Your body digests these foods more slowly, keeping blood sugar stable and reducing cortisol surges that strain your brain while you sleep. Hydration plays a crucial, often ignored role. Many older adults avoid drinking water in the evening to prevent nighttime bathroom trips, unintentionally thickening their blood and increasing stroke risk. A simple glass of water with dinner and another small glass before bed is enough to support healthy blood flow without causing sleep disturbances. Portion control matters too, not in the sense of eating less, but eating smarter. Instead of large single meals that overwhelm your metabolism, smaller balanced meals spread throughout the day help keep insulin steady, blood pressure consistent, and prevent the drastic circulatory shift that contribute to strokes and memory lapses. With these few practical adjustments, earlier salads, paired meals, steady hydration, balanced portions, you're not restricting yourself. You're simply eating in alignment with how your body now functions. This is how you shift from silent decline to active control, from mental fog to lasting clarity, from frailty to real, resilient strength. And once these simple shifts become your new normal, something incredible happens. You don't just avoid illness, you actively build resilience. The small aches that used to creep in after meals start to fade. Morning dizziness becomes rare, and that foggy feeling after waking up is replaced by clearer, steadier energy. Many of my older patients who embraced these adjustments didn't just avoid strokes. They regained their sense of independence. People who once feared losing mobility started walking longer distances. Those worried about mental sharpness noticed better memory recall. By respecting the timing of meals, pairing the right foods, and keeping hydration steady, their bodies work with them instead of against them. The key is consistency, not perfection. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet or cut out your favorite dishes. You simply need to respect how your body responds now. Pay attention to how certain meals make you feel. Track when you feel light and energized versus sluggish and heavy. These signals are your body whispering what it needs. And when you listen, the results are powerful. Your brain gets the oxygen it needs, reducing the risk of silent strokes. Your muscles stay nourished, maintaining strength and reducing the risk of falls. Your joints feel less inflamed, your skin stays healthier, and your energy stretches throughout the day without the sharp crashes you might have grown used to. This isn't about living in fear of food. It's about learning how to make your food work for you. Every meal becomes an opportunity to nourish your brain, protect your heart, and strengthen your body. And when you realize how easy it is to take back that control, you're no longer just surviving to the years. You're living them fully with confidence and clarity.